This could well be the battle of the ages. The most forgiving driver ever released. I bring you the Ping G430 Max 10K driver, and of course the TaylorMade Qi10 Max. Now, when did 10,000 inertia become a thing? These two drivers both claim to be potentially the most forgiving driver ever released. In today's video, we're going to compare them and see just which one works best for me, which one might well work best for you. We're going to talk tech, we're going to talk numbers, we're going to talk everything, and of course we'll talk price, because that's been a big stickler so far in 2024. And you see, both these drivers are jam-packed full of technology. The TaylorMade features that gorgeous blue carbon face, that stunning infinity crown, which I happen to think looks like a massive improvement from the Stealth and Stealth 2 days, inertia generator at the back, speed pocket in the front. What more do you want? 10,000 inertia. This was the quest for 10,000. And I actually think it looks really good down at the ball. I've tested both these drivers in the studio for numbers, so we're going to discuss that in today's video. We've also partnered up with the guys at Golf Gear Giveaways, so make sure you stay tuned for that. One of the biggest giveaways ever. But for now, I think these drivers are going to be very popular when they come down in price. You see, the prices at kind of £550 are starting to divide opinion. That's a really nice strike actually from this Qi10, lovely fade down the middle of this fairway. And to compare these, you have to kind of look at the market for them, the demographic, the target audience. And I think it's the people who want that forgiveness, but also want to hit bombs, a little bit like that one. And what I find really interesting is the brands have almost given up on telling people you can hit it further out of the middle, because we all know that driver technology is starting to reach a point where it's starting to get exasperated. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's big and it sounds good, so I'm going to keep it. The G430 Max 10K, which is a bit of a mouthful for a name, features that gorgeous forged face, which does feel actually like an improvement on the standard G430, but the reason why it sounds better is we have that carbon flyer wrap on top, which just allows Ping to redistribute weight where they want it, so hence you can see that huge tungsten weight at the back of this club, together with those awful turbulators on top, which divide opinion, but if you like them, you like them, and if you don't, you don't. I think it's a huge bonus for Ping that it does feel and sound so much better, but does it feel and sound better than the TaylorMade? Because TaylorMade have sort of cracked it with that carbon face, and that's exactly the same ball flight. Both these drivers are set on the same loft of 9.5, so for me, that's pretty perfect. And what I like about both these drivers is you can still hit some nice low spin bombs, even with 10,000 of inertia per grams centimetre square. And if that's right, I'll eat my own hacks. I still can't memorize what that means. Guys, just as I mentioned earlier in this video has been kindly supported by the folks at Golf Gear Giveaways. They give the average golfer the chance to own and play with some of the very best premium gear for a fraction of the price. So far, they've had over 1,000 winners and given away over £1 million of golfing prizes. All the draws are done live on Instagram and Facebook, so you can watch along. All draws are guaranteed to be done when the timer ends, regardless of the number of tickets sold, meaning that if less than the full amount of tickets sell, your odds of winning are even better. They also have instant wins, which are prizes you can win every time you enter as soon as you get allocated tickets. The 2024 Mega Comp has just gone live. There are over 500 prizes with a combined value of over £100,000. The instant win includes 10 custom fit full sets worth £3,000 each, 10 custom fit drivers, 10 custom fit iron sets, and 10 custom fit putters, £10,000 in cash, plus a shed load more. Tickets are £3 each, but if you want to use the discount code below, you will get 50% off. The code is JR50. Check out the link in the description below. All you have to do, go to the website, set up an account, select how many tickets you want, and then head to the checkout. Good luck to everyone that enters. The link's in the description. Let's get back to the review of these clubs. Max. Now, looking at them both, which one would you have? Because looking down at them, both these drivers, as you can imagine, are spread out regards to CG, spread out regards to mass, and spread out regards to visual capacity. I personally prefer the look of the TaylorMade on top. It's a little bit cleaner. I think Ping have gone a long way when it comes to that carbon crown on top, but the turbulators just don't really do it for me. That infinity crown looks so sleek, almost sexy, you could say. So for me, that's just a little bit nicer. On the bottom, shelf appeal wise, I do think Ping might become unstuck in that, apart from that bit on the toe, a lot of people won't know this is the 10K Max version. They'll think it's just a standard Ping G430 Max, and that will be a little bit cheaper as well, won't it? Because there's no way they're going to be £569. Wow. And then when it comes to the feel, I actually really like how this new carbon face is feeling from TaylorMade. They have made it a little bit more reinforced. The previous version of the carbon face in the Stealth 2 did have a couple of issues, but apparently they are now resolved, so you shouldn't see any issues again. And it is interesting because when we talk about feel and sound, the G430 Max 10K for me is in line with the LS Tech version of this club. That carbon fly wrap has really helped Ping just make this driver feel a little bit better, sound a little bit better. It does look better on top as well with that wrap, but I don't think it sounds as nice as the TaylorMade. That's always going to be subjective, I admit that. I just prefer the feel of that kind of thuddy-like carbon finish, but then Ping fans will probably enjoy this more. Oh, that's left. You can still miss the fairway with these clubs. That might be a ball gone. Could be the first ball gone of 2024 actually. Guys, let's jump inside. Let's see how these drivers do compare for stats. Then let's get back out here and make a decision about which one wins for me of the battle of the 10K. And so you see, when it comes to numbers for these two 10K powerhouse drivers, which one is going to be the best performing? Which one should you have in the bag? Which one potentially should I have in the bag? And who should be looking at these clubs? Because they're both going to be pretty forgiving. Both of them claim you can still hit low spin bombs with them. So realistically, they should be the perfect club, shouldn't they? Straight away, you can see that's certainly not a massively high ball flight. That's actually a really nice ball flight. That's pitching up at 265, running out to 280. And I've got a 1900 spin on this G400 Max 10K. It's just a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? The 10K is like an addition that maybe you don't need, but well, it's a long way. It's just a long way left. That felt delightful. It's going to be out of bounds, but that's a long way. 162, 285 total. That's the shot that I like with this club. You can get it out there fast, you can get it out there hot. That one's carried 272, running up hopefully to around 300-ish. And you see, as I already said outside, I feel like this TaylorMade head, although it looks quite elongated and quite big, I think that's going to be really, really confidence inspiring for a lot of golfers. Let's see if we can hit this a little bit straighter than the Ping, but the numbers were very impressive. Straight away, that felt incredible. You can really feel that carbon face working for you. 161 ball, that one's carrying 160, and that one's the straightest drive we've hit all day. We even got a nice shot there, beautiful. Quite a high spin rate though. That would have gone further if we could have knocked the spin down. Right, that could be the best drive I've hit all year. That is scarily big. Go on, 162 ball, 173 carry, 300! Oh! 297, excellent it says. Excellent. And I managed to get that spinning low. I actually hit that a little bit out the toe, which has helped me a touch. The fact I've got 162 ball speed out the toe is remarkable. I almost feel like I'm starting to shell peas a little bit here. You can see that one's a little bit left, still 161 ball, spinning at 3.4. It's 260 going up to 280 yards total. I feel like this is easier to keep in play. I don't know if it's because maybe, I don't know what it's because of, to be honest. That's a one-handed one, and that one's going to carry. That is ridiculous. One-handed carrying 265, 290 total, 2,000 spin. I feel like all I want to do is test how forgiving these are, like put really bad swings on them, like we have been doing. You can sort of get used to the look of this just because of the kind of forgiveness elements you get. 164 ball speed, that, spinning a bit high, but it's still a 270 carry, 285 total, which with a driver that claims to be the most forgiving pretty much ever, should more people be looking at this? And if we do take a look at all the numbers that I've gathered today, you can see very similar numbers, not a lot in it, a couple of yards either way. Ball speed wise, I did manage to get a little bit more from the TaylorMade even on miss hits, which I quite enjoyed, and the spin rate was a huge difference. For me, that was the big kind of difference and the big reason why I felt like I could potentially keep that ball in play a little bit more as well, because the spin rate, obviously, together with the spin axis, is going to determine how far offline that ball can go. Let's get back outside, let's see if I can find those drives and see just which driver potentially could work best out there. And so distance-wise, back out here on the golf course, you can see the 3 shots that were in play are all very similar distance-wise. A couple in the fairway, 1 in the rough, and obviously the ping that was... I'll go and have a look, but I'm not holding out much hope. Those numbers are really interesting, aren't they? Very similar, but interesting how, for me personally, I could keep that TaylorMade a little bit straighter. When I tested the ping for the review, I actually hit it really, really consistent. So it goes to show that different drivers perform differently on different days for the same golfer, and that's a huge lesson to learn if you're going to go and spend a lot of money. Try it more than once and just see which one works the best over a longer period of time. Should be a big considered decision, especially at the price that they're now charging. It's alive! It's alive, yes! We've not lost one yet, come on! And so to finish off this comparison, I'm going to try and hit a shot that I've been struggling with so far this year, and I'll be honest, for the last few months. The high draw. I used to hit a high draw on demand, I used to hit it for fun. I can't seem to do it at the moment. I can hit a fairway with a cut, but I've just not been practicing as much as I should be doing, which I think a lot of people in the position of buying these clubs maybe will be doing as well. So, let's see if these expensive clubs with 10k inertia can help. Okay, this is the perfect hole to finish off this comparison. I must admit, so far I'm leaning towards the TaylorMade Qi10. I think the fact that it's cheaper as well, which I never would have thought a TaylorMade driver would be cheaper upon release than a Ping driver, but here we go. Let's see. Fabrizio Romano, here we go. If you know, then you know. Comment below, guys. Can we start it at that bunker and draw it off? We're into the wind, so it really is the shot you'd want to play. I'm starting to get more and more used to the look of this driver. That's good, but it might be drawing a bit too much. See, that was the shot I wanted. It just started a little bit left. It didn't start out towards the bunker. Probably all right, it'll be down in the rough, but it does leave the door open for the G430 Max 10K. What a name, big name. This was on a string when we reviewed it. I'd say they're pretty much a carbon copy. I've got them both moving where I want to, both of them maybe starting a little bit too close to the fairway and ending up in the rough. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If it was me comparing these clubs, I would 100% go get fitted for them both on different days. Make sure you go and test them within an inch of their life in a studio or somewhere where you can, and make a considered decision. I'd personally go for the TaylorMade. I think it feels a little bit better, it sounds a little bit better, it just has that feeling of something that's newer as well, with it being the new name and the new branding. If that doesn't bother you, then fair enough. If you're a Ping fan, make sure you go and check out the 10K Max. But guys, thanks for watching, smash that subscribe button. Huge thanks to the guys at Golf Gear Giveaways for supporting this video. Check out the link in the description, and apart from that, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow, hopefully when it's warmer. Goodbye.